This is my third installment of a four-part series, Starting a Career in Cybersecurity, AMA with MFDA. I'm MFDA. So where we left off, I just answered question number 1. It took me literally 2 videos to answer that question. So now, this next video, I'm gonna answer questions 2 and 3 that Maddie asked me. Who's Maddie? Madison Rush. She's the one participating in this AMA session. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Hey everybody, Michael FDNIA. Welcome to my third installment in my 4-part series. This one, I'm gonna answer 2 questions Maddie asked. We're gonna dive right into the AMA session. But again, if you want to participate in an AMA session like this with me, feel free to send me a direct message on LinkedIn or go to my website and fill out a form. For the first series, the first and second video, I'll put links to the videos here at separate times. So that'll be 1 and 2. Or some variation of this, and they'll be in the description. All right, but let's dive right into the AMA session. Thanks again for joining. Hope you enjoy. What's your second question?
Would you recommend we get career guidance from our professors?
Yes and no. Yes, because these are individuals who are skilled in the arena that they're studying and or teaching, right? So that makes sense why you'd want to talk to them. However, many times they're marred in academia. They've been there forever. Now, if they're a tenured professor who's been teaching for the last 50 years, I don't know if they're best to give you real world advice. They give advice specifically in areas that they're talking about as pertains to their area of study. But I honestly don't think they're the best person to talk to you about career advice. Unless they're an adjunct faculty professor. What's an adjunct faculty professor? It's someone who teaches and actually maintains a job outside a university. So like hypothetically, imagine if you had a professor or teacher that was teaching as well as maintaining a full-time job somewhere else. Now, a lot of institutions have this, but generally it's not as popular. All right, Maddie, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna jump on a soapbox. Let me just stand here right on my soapbox, and I'm ready to go. Prepare yourself for a rant. Most institutions don't have a strong adjunct faculty base. They have tenured professors, and most of the professorships that are out there are focused on people being full-time professors. Now, don't get me wrong, I get it in theory. I really don't like this model. There are some adjunct faculty professorships that are out there, but typically have requirements of a master's degree or PhD, which again, makes sense. But you know what? I don't think it matters. I think institutions should move away from that archaic belief. I think they should go after people who are subject matter experts and can teach and are good orators, that are engaging and have connections to the private sector, because that adds a huge amount of value to students. Because not only can it teach them real world examples and real life situations they'll find themselves in, but also affords them a great connection to someone in the private sector that can help them get jobs or connect them with people who can help them get jobs. Either way, fantastic all the way around. I think most institutions should really adopt this model. And if you're with an institution, you're watching this, why not? Now, man, I said a lot of different things, but I want to ask you a question. Right now, COVID's happening. What's it like for you as a student dealing with COVID in an academic setting? What are your experiences?
Basically right now, I don't really talk to any of my professors. They don't even record lecture videos or anything like that. I'm basically just reading the textbook and taking tests each week.
Maddie, that sounds horrible. That's news to me. I assumed something else. What do you think should be done differently?
I definitely think professors should be required to take lecture videos. But at the same time, it's hard to get students to get on a Zoom call or anything like that. I know some of my friends have classes like that, but it's really hard with the pandemic to actually teach.
Maddie, that's interesting. I never really thought about it. I just assumed something else. And that kind of goes back to my point. Maybe professors aren't the best people equipped to handle this issue. In the private sector, we deal with this day in, day out. Like, I run a big team. I have to communicate with my team, have multiple meetings with them, some small meetings, some large meetings. But I gotta make sure that information is shared with them, that they understand it. I create videos for my team. Other members do it as well. We record them so they can watch them later. This should be something that's common in institutions and should be standard. So the fact that you're saying it's not, at least for your school, honestly, Maddie, that's crazy. Maddie, what's your next question?
What careers are there in cybersecurity?
Maddie, great question. There's actually a lot of them. So let me show you a website. Let's dive into this together. All right, here we go. This website is run by the National Initiative for Cybersecurity Careers and Studies. If you notice, this website is directly linked to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. And let's talk about this one particular webpage that really talks about cybersecurity careers. If you kind of scroll down, you'll see a lot of things on here. It talks about cybersecurity, time in school, average starting salary, and then it goes into explore cybersecurity career options. There's a lot of options on here: software developer, cyber operator, vulnerability assessment analyst, and the list goes on. And then you go down a little bit further, it actually talks about classes to take in high school, majors to pursue in colleges, and additional ways to get ahead. So honestly, that's just scratching the surface. There's a lot of great information on this website. Does that make sense, Maddie?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'd be interested in learning more about that. Does that look fake?
So you're saying it's a dumb idea?
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. I honestly don't know about careers in cybersecurity, and I'd be interested in learning more about that.
All right, time out. For those of you watching who aren't named Maddie and maybe want to know more about this, let me know. Comment down below if you would want me to actually talk more about this website or other careers in cybersecurity, maybe link to this website. Honestly, this website's a fantastic resource that hasn't been out there that long. So this might be something brand new to you. The link will be in the description in this video. But again, let me know if you're interested. If you're interested, maybe I'll create another video about this. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that third installment 4-part series. One more to go. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe my channel if you want to basically watch more content like this in the future. And then also hit the bell icon, which is here and here, or here and here, or both places. I don't know. It's somewhere on this page to remind you of content I create in the future. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, next week, final installment, 4th installment in my 4-part video series. All right, again, I appreciate you joining me. I'll chat with you next time. Bye.
Do you have any what?
I'm asking you, do you have any adjunct faculty professors?
What is agile fract is? What are you saying right there? I'm basically just reading the textbook and taking tests each week.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it is.
But ultimately, you should really sort of seek out guidance from. Hold on, Bubba. You should.
Waiting for 6 minutes.